like that. And here's the middle part. And here is the letter H. Now, what's this open up to when you open that up? There, show that to Brian right there. That opens up to be the cross, what Jesus did on the cross. There we go. Well, Miss Stephanie, now I'm going to show you how to cut an apple. No, that's not an apple. What is that?
A banana.
A banana. We're going to cut the apple, the banana, with the laser. You've seen my laser before. You push this little button and that red spot comes out. Well, there's a line coming out of there called a laser. It goes all the way up. With this laser, I can cut right through the banana without cutting the skin. You want to watch me cut it? Ready? Did you see it cut the banana?
I see a bathroom banana.
Yeah, there's an old banana here. Let's see if it cut the banana. We will take this, peel the top back. Are you ready?
Yes.
We will peel the banana back, the peeling. And look at that. It cut the banana right in 4 pieces, burned it right in half. There's one, and there's one. We cut the banana. Oh, there's another cut. Man, we really cut that banana to pieces, didn't we? Burned it right in half. How would you like to learn how to do that trick?
Wow.
All right. Well, if you'd like to cut the banana with a laser or with a flashlight or with an imaginary laser, I can actually cut it with my finger, just pointing at it, if you know how to do the magic trick. What I did, you take a needle and you poke it into the banana right on top of one of these bumps. The bananas have these ridges on them, these little bumps. I'm going to poke the needle right through that bump, and I'm going to swing the needle back and forth. So the needle is cutting the banana inside. Now the banana is already cut right through there where that little hole was where I poked the needle. Push the needle in and swing it back and forth, but I didn't cut the skin. Then I pretend like I'm going to cut it with my laser or with my finger. I can go whoosh and say, see, we just cut the banana. And the kids all think, no, he didn't cut the banana. I cut it earlier. Let's cut the top off this banana and see. If we peel it back, we will find the banana has already been cut inside, and you can tell them it was cut with your finger, but really you cut it with the needle. How do you like that trick? That's one you could do at home, and your brothers would love it, wouldn't they? Well, Miss Stephanie, I would like to show you my magic quarter. Take a look at that quarter. See if you see anything unusual about it. Would you say that's an ordinary quarter?
Yes.
Okay, put it on my hand with the head side up. Now, what side is this?
The head.
This is heads. When you flip it over, what side is this?
The head.
The head. Flip it over, what side is this?
The head.
The head? I thought you said there was tails on the other side. This is heads and this is, oh, wait a minute. This is heads and this is heads, right? Now hold your hand out like that. This is heads and this is heads. Now you try it. Flip. Tails? You broke it. No, now watch carefully here. This is heads and this is heads and this is heads. Now if you have 2 quarters, we have one is heads, this one is heads, and this one is heads, right? When I flip them over, one is heads and one is tails. Heads and tails.
Cool.
Would you like to learn how to do that trick? All right, pay attention. You take an ordinary quarter. I put it on my hand, closest to my little finger. If I put it over in the middle, see when I turn my hand over, my hand is going to roll right over the top of the quarter. I put this hand down lower, and I pull this hand so fast, it slaps it straight down, and the quarter never does turn. So this is on heads on this side by my little finger. If I put this one on the other side, it's got the red letters on there, This one will flip over. See those red letters on there?
Yeah.
That's just somebody got some paint on this quarter. It doesn't matter. Now this one will flip over and this one won't because I'm going to twist my hand in the middle. And I got to have my other hand down below. So when I twist it in the middle, this one did not flip and the one with the red letters did flip. It takes a little practice, and you can learn how to do the two-headed quarter. If you want them both to stay heads, I put them both on the side by my little finger. Now they're both heads, both tails, and one of each. Kids are amazed by that one. Stephanie, how many pennies are here on this table?
6.
6 pennies. There are 4 pennies in this row and 3 pennies in this row. I would like you to make 4 pennies in both rows at the same time without adding any more pennies. How can we put 4 pennies in both rows? There's 4 here and 3 here. Or I can move this one and have 4 and 3. I would like to have 4 and 4. You know, sometimes in life, it's just hard for us to figure out how God is going to supply our needs. We say, God, I don't have enough money to go around. And oftentimes, we're not thinking of all the different ways God can do things. Watch this. I'm going to take this penny right here and put it on top. How many pennies in this row?
2.
No, there's 2 here, 3, 4.
Oh.
And 4 in this row. We made 4 in both rows. Sometimes you just got to say, Lord, you're going to have to show me some different way to fix this problem because we don't have enough money to go around. Let me show you one more trick with pennies. Okay, here I have, we're going to get a bunch of pennies. Heads, tails, heads. Oh. Tails, heads, tails. And heads, tails, heads. And tails, heads, tails. Now these pennies are all mixed up. Heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails. What I'm supposed to do here, I'm only going to touch 1 penny. Just 1 penny. But I'm going to fix every one of these rows where it's either all heads or all tails. We can fix all of the rows only touching 1 penny. A lot of times we get ourselves locked into a way of looking at things, and that's the way we've always done it. Sometimes you need to say, maybe there's a whole new way to do things. Watch this. I'm going to touch 1 penny right here. I'm only touching 1 penny, and I fixed all the rows. All heads, all tails, all heads, all tails.
1.
Only touching 1. See? That's pretty neat. I'm about to show you the scientific way to shoot a rubber band. Would you like to learn how to shoot a rubber band? The scientific way? We're going to see how far we can shoot this rubber band. Now here's what most kids don't know. See, they don't study science enough. They don't know how to shoot a rubber band the real way. If you take a rubber band and put it on the tip of your finger and pull it back and shoot it, it'll fly pretty far. But if you want it to fly twice as far, you have to learn the scientific secret to shooting rubber bands. And I do this everywhere when I go to churches. I say, boys and girls, I'm going to show you the scientific way to shoot a rubber band. I will take one side of the rubber band and I will write on here, this is the flesh. And on the other side, I'm going to write the spirit. See, the Bible says we're supposed to walk in the Spirit. We're not supposed to be led by the flesh. We're supposed to let the Spirit lead us, the Spirit of God. So one side is the flesh and one side is the Spirit. If you put both sides stretched the same, when it flies through the air, they'll be flopping back and forth, and they're fighting against each other all the time. And so you lose all your speed. It won't go very far. But the secret to going fast is, before I stretch it back, I grab most of it on this side. Now this is tight, listen to it, and this is loose. Now when it flies through the air, 3 times farther than most people can shoot a rubber band. That's how you shoot a rubber band the high-speed scientific way, all right?
For our next magic trick, Stephanie, we are going to actually create some thick water. For this magic trick, all you need is a cup that can hold thick water, a thick water cup, a normal 3x5 card, and a thick water maker. This pitcher is indeed a thick water maker. All you have to do to make the thick water in here is pump the pitcher 5 times. Go ahead and just pump it up and down 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Now, if the thick water maker worked, we should have indeed made some thick water. Let's try and see if it worked. We'll put it in our thick water holder, our glass here. Pour it in the glass. Simply put our 3x5 over it so we don't contaminate the thick water. As we do that, we will then turn it over, and the thick water should stay in the glass without even falling out. Simply amazing, you say? No, it's thick water.
It's thick water.
Definitely thick water. Now this trick is definitely a very simple one that's easy to do. Just need a 3x5 card, a cup, and some water in a pitcher, and come up with any kind of storyline you'd like to come up with. For this one, simply the suction of the air is what causes the water to stay in. Just simply putting the 3x5 card over the glass, turning it upside down, it will actually hold in there, and pretty solid too. But of course, if you hit it too hard, yeah, you can hold that. If you wiggle it too hard, it will come out. Very simple trick that will definitely amuse simple minds. Stephanie, for our next trick, we showed you the thick water. We'd like to show you some thick air. You can actually buy thick air and have it in a cup. Now, thick air is very different from normal air. See, thick air goes up. You have to have something upside down in order to hold it. Inside this, I have some thick air. There's some thick air inside of here. I'm going to drink this thick air and then blow it inside the balloon. Remember, you got to keep the thick air up, so I got to blow up in it. And the thick air, it should cause the balloon not to deflate. Let's try it. I'm going to drink this thick air. And it should stay in there, just like that. Didn't even have to tie the balloon or anything. The thickness of the air caused it to stay inside of the balloon. However, thick air, it's not all that good, because if you add regular air to thick air, it totally destroys it. You can add regular air, and the thick air will all go out. Now, this is a very simple trick, Stephanie. Would you like to learn how to do this trick? Are you sure? Okay, I'm going to show you how simple this trick is. What you need is a regular balloon. You can use a glass for thick air, which actually has regular air in it. But we're going to call it thick air. And what you need inside the balloon beforehand is a marble.
Oh.
There was a marble inside the balloon, but you didn't know about that, did you? So you put the marble inside the balloon. Then when you blow it up, uphill of course, because thick air has to go up. And the marble is actually stuck right there inside the balloon. So if we were to make the marble go out, now the marble's rolling around in there, and the balloon is able to deflate.
Oh.
That's how simple it is. You know, magic tricks can be very deceiving. There's a lot of card tricks that can be deceiving. You'll notice we are using the optional Uno card for these tricks. In my cards, in my hand, Stephanie, I hold two cards. I have a green 1 right here, and on the other side I have a yellow 7. Two cards, right? Yellow 7 right there, and on the other side I got the green 1. Okay? Now, I'm going to put one of these cards behind my back. All right? I'm going to put one of them behind my back. Now, which card did I just put behind my back?
The green one.
No, you weren't watching. See, I put the yellow 7 behind my back. You got to watch carefully, okay? Let's try this again. Two cards, the yellow 7 and the green 1. Okay? Green 1, yellow 7. Now, I'm going to put one of these cards behind my back. Tell me, which card did I put behind my back?
The yellow 7.
No, I'm telling you, Stephanie, you got to watch, because I put the green 1 behind my back. You got to watch carefully, Stephanie, okay? Two cards. That's all there is. It's two cards. One is a green 1. The other one is the yellow 7. Okay? Now, which card am I putting behind my back? Did you watch close? Watch close. Which card am I putting behind my back?
The green one.
The green one? No, you weren't watching. Watch carefully. Which card am I putting behind my back?